Hello and welcome to Las Blancas Podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of this short series that we are doing during the Euros to cover Madridistas in action during the tournament. And today was the first match day of Group D, which featured Netherlands, Wales, France, and England. Netherlands faced Wales and they won 3-0, 2-0, uh,
I know.
3-0. And then it was England versus France, which was a really fun game that ended 2-1 in favor of France. There was some late drama there and there was some goals. The first game did not feature any Madridista, and honestly, I think that first game was quite bad as well.
Yeah.
Especially the first half was an absolute snooze fest. It was very very poor from both the teams. Especially Netherlands because I had no idea what they were trying to do. So, you know, Miedema scored her 100th goal. That was the landmark
Mm,
moment and the highlight of the entire
the
game.
confusing celebration was also the highlight of that game. Everyone was talking about that.
Yeah, no idea what Kasparai was trying to do. Everyone was confused. She was trying to do something, but it was Viv 100 that she was trying to make with her fingers, but it was very
Yeah.
confusing. Uh, then they hit the post, I think like three times during the
Yeah.
game. Biedenstein was being Biedenstein after coming on, getting caught offside multiple times, hitting the side netting from point blank range and everything. So yeah, just give your general thoughts on this one, and then we can talk about the actual big game and the actual game where Madridista featured, which was Lakrar who started the game, and then we had Toletti as well feature for France. So yeah, just give your quick thoughts on Netherlands.
Yeah, honestly, I don't have many. You basically said them all. It was annoying,
Yeah.
and they loved it too. They loved the woodwork today for some reason, and yeah, I don't know. Like maybe it's like one annoying game per day or something.
Yeah.
But this one was especially annoying. I don't know what this was, but yeah, definitely the celebration was really something. It should have Miedema said like he should have just said the 100, but then she changed it to like Viv with his fingers. That yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be a meme. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a meme. But yeah, I think that was the highlight, and I think Miedema has scored 100 goals for the national team now, and none of them are penalties, which is a big thing. To
Yeah.
be a striker, to be somebody who scores these many goals. She's the highest goal scorer for Netherlands across both men's and women's category. So it's spectacular, and doing so without taking any penalties is crazy, honestly. So yeah, I mean, congratulations to her. But let's move on to the big game and the game that was sort of our focus when we were starting the day as well. France versus England, a very sort of awaited clash. These two sides have been touted as favorites coming into the tournament. England, obviously, defending champions, and France, who have been like always the side that are in the top four, top five in the contenders list for every tournament that has happened since 2019 World Cup, I would say. And they have come close. They have gone to the semifinals. They have been eliminated in the quarters, uh, but they have never made it over the line, right? And with the with the tournament, this tournament as well, there were some strange decisions coming into the tournament. Wendy Renard was not picked. They had a captain change just a month before the Euros actually started. Mbok was made the first captain, who, by the way, did not start the game. So, Renard was stripped of captaincy. She was not picked in the squad. Eugenie Le Sommer was not picked in the squad, who is the all-time top goal scorer for France. Uh, and then Kenza Dali as well was not picked for the squad, which, it's fine, but it raises some questions about France as always, about what is going on in the background and how they'll be able to perform on the pitch. But I think this game they did quite well. They started very shaky. No Toletti in midfield. It was Jean-Francois, Karchawi, and WEURO. Usually in the lead up as well, we always had Toletti. Toletti was like sort of a fixture in the lineup, but to not see her today and to see Jean-Francois in her place, and then not see Diani, who has been starting all the games, who has been a key figure for the national team, to see Cascarino start in her place was quite surprising. What were your thoughts on France in the lead up and in this game in particular? What did you make of them?
Yeah, it did start off very shaky. I actually didn't expect the tables to turn that
Yeah,
abruptly, and like it was crazy. But yeah, like in the beginning of the game, like I don't know, 10-15 minutes or something, I was like, yeah, England was probably winning this. I don't know what's up with France today. And yeah,
yeah,
the with the lineup surprises wasn't even weird either. But the I guess I think that happened after like the England's disallowed goal, which was like offside by a margin there, and by a very, very small one. But yeah, like right after that, it's like France flipped the switch, and the rest of the game until like the last few minutes when England was trying to equalize. But yeah, and like the rest of the game was all France, which is crazy. The England's defense was horrific, especially on
yeah,
the right side. Like Lucy Bronze and Williamson were making so many mistakes. One of the goals also came from a
yeah.
terrible mistake by Bronze, right? And Williamson not being able to mark. And I mean, I don't know, like it was literally a flip of the switch, like crazy. And yeah, I mean, lineup, I don't even know. Like after the whole squad was announced, like even before the Euros, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be messy with France, and yeah, obviously the lineups will be messy. Yeah, but Toletti got like 13 minutes, only like last 13 minutes, which was a bit weird. But yeah, we got Lakrar in action, and actually she was being reviewed, the like was it the foul or not in the first goal, right?
Yeah.
And it was a clean start in the end. But yeah, I mean,
It
Lakrar is
was for
always
the
clear.
it was for the second goal, because second goal
Oh yeah,
started for France by her recovery. It was a hard challenge
yeah.
on Mead, I think, and that released the ball, and then they went on. But yeah, I mean, I feel like France read England very well. They identified the weakness very well. So what they were doing was they were trying to sort of overload the right hand side, and if they can find a way, just make those channel runs between Carter and Greenwood, which really worked well. The first goal came that way. Carter isn't the quickest player, so she wasn't able to keep up with Cascarino's pace, and she got in behind. Almeida found her, and then everything happened from there. She just played the ball across, and Katoto, being Katoto, was always at the far post, unmarked, and she scored. The second goal came from the other side, which is what they were doing. Basically, they were overloading the right hand side, and then they would quickly move it back and switch it to the far side, where they had two players holding with. It was Selma Bacha and Baltimore. Both were holding width on the left hand side, and that pulled Lucy Bronze out, and she was in a 2v1 situation a lot of the times there. Even if Kira Walsh sort of moved there, or Georgia Stanway tried to move there and help out, it wasn't happening as well, because of the overload on the right hand side in the lead up to this move. So that was really well worked. Honestly, have to give it to them. They did really well. Uh, you know, I feel like England could have scored with their opening domination. Like, they really looked threatening, and I was like, okay, they can maybe do it, but did not happen. And I think I read that England conceded two goals in this game, which was the same number of goals that they had conceded the entire tournament last time they won it.
Yeah.
So it's a sign maybe. Weak men's squad has been also, there was some tumultuous period leading up to the tournament as well. They had their starting goalkeeper, Mary Earps, retiring out of the blue. They had Millie Bright not willing to play, Fran Kirby retiring immediately as after as well. So there was some question marks over, what is going on behind the scenes with England as well. And I think that has sort of affected the team as well, because Bright had a really good season with Chelsea. And if she was fit, I think she would be starting here, given the fact that she also adds a lot of aerial ability on set pieces and everything. But I think that was the thing. The way France were able to identify the weak zones for England and attack them, I think that made the difference. But let's talk about our two players. I mean, Toletti did not get many significant minutes. Toletti came in the 80th minute and played the final 13 minutes or so. She looked okay. She was the captain as well, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
She was captaining the side towards the end. And there was some late drama after that Kira Walsh goal, but they saw it out. But I think Lakrar had a decent game. I would say, what did you make of Lakrar's performance?
Yeah, I mean, she had her challenges. She did them, and
Yeah.
some typical Lakra action there. But yeah, I mean, it was decent performance. I don't really have any more special thoughts about that. And yeah, it was just funny to see her challenge being reviewed for that and ended up being clean. I was like, my God, I'm proud. Very good.
Yeah, I think, you know, we have seen Lakrar make those challenges, and those are very well-timed challenges, because, she reads the play that well. She reads the ball trajectory that well. She reads the opposition's run that well. So I'm not surprised. I think, maybe on the ball we could have seen more, but I don't think France were trying to do that. France were quickly playing to the wide player. In her case, De Almeida was receiving a lot of the balls
Yeah.
rather than Lakrar, so she did not get to show a lot of her on ball abilities. I think that was one thing that I would have liked to see. But defensively, I think she was solid.
Mm.
In duels as well, she was able to keep up after the shaky start and everything. But yeah, I think she dealt quite well, I would say. Almeida was quite good. On the right hand side, she managed to neutralize a lot of Lauren Hem's threat. And yeah, Lakra did well with her positioning and everything. Nothing was, with Lakra, you don't really get those blunder moments where, she's completely out of position or anything. She always delivers a solid 7.5 to 8 out of 10. And I think this was just one of those performances. Professional, did not get on the ball much, which I would like to see her do in the next game. But yeah, I think pretty solid performance. Um, so yeah, I think that is about it for Group D, and that is about it for the first round of games at this Euros. So tomorrow we are going back to Group A, where it seems like no team wants to qualify, and the group of teams where nobody wants to qualify. We have Norway versus Finland, and we have Switzerland versus Iceland. So nobody from Real Madrid will be playing there. So there won't be this one tomorrow. But we will be back when Spain play Belgium on the 7th of July. We'll be back with that. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the tournament. I think today's second game was quite fun. So yeah, I read the comment that said, they are supporting Sweden and everything because
Yeah.
of the connection, which is really good. Yeah, do let us know what has been your favorite moment of the Euros so far in the comment section, or anything that you that has caught your eye during the Euros, and maybe we'll discuss it in the next one. So yeah, and until next time, Ala Madrid.
Hala Madrid.